Okay, Parker, you ready?
Hoi. Wow.
It's a block update detector. So basically all that means is that it updates when a block is placed in front of it, which I'm sure most of you guys know. That means that it is very useful for things like sugarcane farms. So actually what I did is I went ahead and I started making a design. So I will fill in water over the top of all of these hoppers so that sugarcane can be placed on the dirt here. If we try, and if anything does break, then we'll know why. So real quick, go ahead and do that. All it is placing sticky piston with redstone. Then on the outside here, you place 2 pieces of stone. For a second, we'll come and do this. Then what we need is a repeater and a piece of redstone. So the repeater just faces that way, the redstone here. And then we do a block off of the back of this repeater. And then that's going to follow up. So we'll place a block there, but that's not necessary, and we can get rid of it now. And then the redstone is just going to follow on up. And so now as we pull this out, that should be the whole bud switch. So now, if I go ahead, I'm just going to extend this out so I can do the redstone so you guys can see it. Okay. Now when we place a piston here, there we go. Okay guys, so I kind of jumped ahead a little bit. I went ahead and built it so that there are now 8 bud switches in each side. So you have the redstone on the bottom, that little thing's the bud switch like I explained before. There are 4 on either side now, and it's only been going for the last couple of minutes since I last cleared out the chest, and you saw I'd already had 12 sugarcane, now 13. It's been moving along really well. It's not a perfectly lossless design or anything, but I should be spending enough time here in this area for it to not make a big difference. And as you saw there, I went ahead and put the chests on either side. What I'm thinking is I'll go ahead and do some item elevators on either side to put everything in one central location for the entire farm. And I went ahead and built that second farm as well. So I was just headed back to my boat and I saw this. You know, why not ride around with a chicken in your boat? So I added some torches there, and now all this area is lit up. I don't know exactly where it was the last time that I showed you guys stuff, but I had been spending some time. Not only did I place all the base area of the sea lanterns that are going in here, at least with their placement, with how things are going to be. Lots of chicken. Okay. Anyway, I also lit up all the caves. Okay, so everything down there, there's some pretty extensive cave system off in that direction. Welcome back. It's been quite a while since I last recorded. As you guys can see, there have been some changes around here. One of the more noticeable changes is this the new sections of the pyramid. What I went ahead and did was made these stairways and made the platforms look like they're hanging. Really like that touch with the iron bars, so it makes it look like everything is suspended from the ceiling. But these all go, and give you a good look at what is around here in the base. So in all these corners, these are actually open, so I may put things in these later, but probably not. Anyway, all of these ones, every single one of them happen to be the karate guys for these upper 2 levels. I don't know why that is. It's just how it happened. Like literally all 8 of them, all 8 of the paintings that I placed were all the karate guys fighting. Anyway, and then on the bottom it's a little bit bigger, so I went ahead and added some banners just so it was an empty space, because all the bottom ones did the 4x4 and they're all different except for these 2 across by the stairs are the pig ones. And then you guys probably noticed the extra diamond helmets that I accidentally crafted. I just went ahead and put those on, and I might finish them out in the future when I have a lot more diamonds that are extra. Another thing that you may not have noticed is right here. I went ahead and extended this out. You guys remember before it only had a one block space there? And occasionally what would happen is these would both extend and they'd hit each other, and then it would end up failing and it'd basically break it. I spent quite a bit of time just removing a little bit of redstone, resetting it. But I finally got tired of that, and I figured if I'm going to keep this world going for as long as possible, then I might as well not waste my time trying to fix these every day. And so I let it go running for almost a day and a half. This top corner busted somehow, like the redstone separated. But that was the only occurrence, and probably close to, I don't know how much, but it did seem like there was an increase in how much they've been producing. On that other side, the first 2 rows on each side are full. These ones are almost there. So we have over 24 double chests of sugarcane now, which is going to mean that we are going to have plenty of paper for rockets. It's not a worry at all. You guys probably also noticed this as well. This is snow. So what I did is in this little room where I was just letting my guys sleep, I added in this just because I don't feel like it's very sightly, but it's just a good way that I can sit here and make all kinds of snowballs. I've been doing it using iron shovels so I can let them run out and I don't waste any diamond ones accidentally. That's in that room. This just covers up a hopper line. I'll probably change the color to gray so it's not so noticeable, and everything just goes to that, and then I can make the snow there. Then on this other side, we have a lot of things that I have been playing for the last few days and I haven't really recorded anything. I went ahead and found some horses nearby. The fastest is in the diamond armor, then gold, silver, and then normal. They're all pretty good. I went ahead and used the saddles that I had here. And if we go over to this other side, these are, it's basically a super smelter. What I didn't do, and you'll probably notice, is I don't have a hopper line running underneath this. And that's because I want to basically allow like standard removal of the item that's been smelted, just so I can get out some experience. It's usually enough that I can mend something simple like my axe, even though I have the Guardian farm. I don't really like, if it's something small and I only need a couple levels for repair, then this is a little bit more convenient sometimes. So what I'll do is I'll just get it full and leave stuff in it, and then when I need levels, I mean, there's enough room that I have plenty of room for everything. You also probably noticed that I put along these trapdoors to keep the vines from growing upward. And I have all these vines. What I've been doing is this pyramid, I love it how it is right now, but I do want to get a little more variety in the blocks that are used. And so what I was thinking was using cracked stone bricks and mossy stone bricks. I don't have anything going right now. I should get something going real quick. Anyway, so I've just been keeping these 3 smelters going with stone bricks, and then cutting the vines every so often to make the mossy stone bricks. Just so we have something so at a later time I can dot them throughout the pyramid. Then you probably also notice these little redstone lamps up above. So I used to always check if it was nighttime just by coming and looking up through the hole in the middle of the pyramid. But what happened is I don't always spend my time over towards the very center, and if I'm over here, sometimes it is convenient to want to see if it's night if I'm near my bed. And so what I decided on was making what's the word now? Here, let's go see what they're called. I don't know, I can't think of it. There we go, daylight sensors. I turned them to the nighttime mode, so they turn on at night, and I have them just really simply connected to a sticky piston with a redstone block, so that at night it puts out the signal and it turns them on, and that's just hidden up in the roof. I have them on the side. I have them up on the side, but that way, as you can see, they turn off when the sun comes out again. So I can easily tell that it's daytime. So I'll go ahead and show you guys this stuff real quick. I have some more stuff, so I'm going to be careful not to look that way because I don't want you to see that quite yet. Okay, the long trek up to the top of the pyramid. Sometimes it's hard to remember exactly how big it is until you do have to make the trek up here. So as you can see, the daylight sensor on nighttime mode. It's a sticky piston redstone block. This one's empty so that the redstone can fit over the top and activate the torch, and then I just put slabs on top of it. On the very top, there's only 4 of them, and they don't match up as nicely as the lower level did. So what I did is I just hit them in some boxy kind of things on the corners. I know it's not the prettiest, I'll probably change it, maybe. We'll see, but they did need to be straight up and down. So it's the same configuration, it's just the daylight sensor sitting on top of the piston to activate it. And then off of this side, I'll go ahead and show you guys this now. I made one of my simple wheat farms. And the reason why I made a wheat farm was because I had found a village, and so I went ahead and started breeding villagers. So you guys can see that little structure over there. I'll probably move it in the near future. I tried to get them to the inside, and for some reason the 4 that I had transported over despawned. I'm thinking maybe it's because it did not establish a village because there wasn't daylight. Holy cow, these guys are loud. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 18. Okay, they've continued to breed. That's good. Anyway, I had them inside, but it didn't have sky access, and so I think that might have messed up the whole village concept. And so what I did is I just moved it outside. I put 32 doors on either side, so they would have plenty of doors, and then one in the middle as the center. And as you can see, they've spawned in an iron golem. He's stuck in the glass right now. But I'll eventually make a little bit more efficient village breeder, and I'd like to get them sorted out so I can start doing trading sessions later on. So that is something I would like to try. Here, this one is really simple. I could probably manipulate the redstone a little bit more. Do like a redstone tower up the back and then reroute it up to the front. I haven't done that yet, but the system as well is very simple. It's pretty much the same system that I've used in the past. Oh, it's not going to let me up because it's... Anyway, just really simple. I did one string of redstone as far as I could with the switch. In the future, if I do change it, I'll just put a repeater there. And then that's holding back water so that when I let it up, here, I guess I can show you guys. I'll do this real quick. When I let it up, it goes ahead and the water breaks all of it. I've seen ones that go straight up and down, and I don't know, I've never been very fond of that kind of design, at least not with wheat. I've noticed in the past that when I try and put it underneath something, then I usually end up getting like spots and patches somehow in it. So I just decided to avoid that part of it. And then also, I can grab this real quick. Then we'll grab enough seeds to let it run. Excuse me. Anyway, so I've had problems in the past where I have a roof over the top and it gets like spotty, and for some reason the wheat doesn't grow. And I don't know if it's that there isn't enough light, like the light level's too low, but normally I try and place torches similar to this where there's only a few spaces in between, and normally it would keep monsters from spawning. So I just don't know. But just to avoid any possibility of that happening, as you can see, I built it all off the ground level so no animals can get in any, like, ever. And also to discourage any monsters from somehow making it in. I guess technically spiders could make it in, but unless I was in it, then they wouldn't have a reason to wander over, so... Anyway. Okay. Anyway, so I'm getting back into the groove of things just a little bit with Minecraft. It's actually been almost 2 months since I had really played last. And that was from a couple of reasons. One of them was just that I was taking classes and I did not have enough time in between taking a couple of college classes, working, and allotting time for my wife and child. It was just a little bit much for me to, I don't know, like the extra hours and stuff that it was taking with video editing was hard to work in. And then also I was dealing with some personal issues. Anyway, got those mostly taken care of. I've actually stopped working. I was working as a drafter at an engineering company, but with the classes getting as hard as they were, then I needed to go full-time on schooling. And so I have stopped working. I'm doing school right now, even over the summer. And it has basically gotten me to where I was working almost 30 hours a week, plus about 5 hours travel time weekly. So basically it got me about 30 to 35 hours of free time. Again, well, not free time per se, but time that was open that I could decide what I wanted to do with. Okay, looks like this is filling in okay. Anyway, so that's kind of the story, a little bit of... Huh. Something got stuck somehow. Ooh. Anyway, so that freed up some time for my own sanity. And so that I could focus on just getting through school. It was a pretty hard decision because I really enjoyed where I was working. But the problem was, is if I kept going at the pace that I was in schooling, it would have extended my schooling out another year or two at least, minimum. And it's almost more expensive for me to explain this. So it's basically almost more expensive for me to continue working at the rate and pay that I was at, taking on years more of school versus taking on some student loans, then paying them off quickly once we get out of school. And the thing is my wife and I are very frugal, and we do know how to live on a budget, so I'm highly confident that we can get out of debt within the first couple of years of me graduating and getting a better job. Anyway, so to kind of go back to Minecraft, as you guys remember, I've had a few things on my list. I didn't do anything on this list recently. I've been doing other little things. But the next big thing that I will be recording is the mob dropper. So we'll go ahead and get that set up so we can start getting gunpowder to power rockets. And then we are going to make a try for the Ender Dragon. I'm going to skip over this one. Oh wait, actually I need this to be able to make the Ender Pearls. But anyway, Ender Pearls? No, the Eye of Enders, sorry. Anyway, at least I'll need a certain amount of blaze powder so I can get Elytra. Go to the end and get Elytra. So I will be recording that soon. One other thing that I just thought of, I did some mining after making those like 8 or 9 helmets accidentally. And so I went ahead and made one more full set of armor, another good sword, and another good bow. And I'll probably do one more good bow, because I want 3 sets of everything, what I have on me, plus 2 more. Because the last time for me to kill the Ender Dragon, I died 2 times. And I want to be able to suit up with another set of stuff, and then hop straight back into the portal from there. Go gather up my other items, and then continue fighting. Just so I don't end up getting stuck without armor, because the armor helps extraordinarily when fighting the dragon. Okay, well I think I'm going to go ahead and cut it here, guys, because this episode is getting long, but thank you for watching this episode of Sir Logeth's World. Next episode we'll work on the mob farm.